It's the hardest thing. Well, the good old days may not return, and the rocks might melt, and the sea may burn. I'm learning to fly, but I ain't got wings. Coming down is the hardest thing. Some say life will beat you down and break your heart, steal your crown. So it started out for God knows where. I guess I'll know when I get there. I'm learning to fly around the clouds. But what goes up must come down. The hardest thing. I'm learning to fly around the clouds, but what goes up must come down. I'm learning to fly.
Congratulations, nursing class of 2016. Today we celebrate your accomplishment of becoming a nurse. Earning a nursing degree involves much commitment and hard work. It is an achievement worthy of great honor. Let's reflect on the events that got you here. In October 2013, you submitted your application to the Cuesta College Associate Degree Registered Nursing Program, you and 209 other applicants. On February 14th, 2014, you received official notice that you were one of the top-ranking students selected to enter the Cuesta RN program. You were a very bright group, coming in with an average prerequisite science GPA of 3.65. That's an average of an A- in microbiology, physiology, and anatomy. 3 of you were LVNs that were given an educational and work experience credit to enter the RN program in the second semester. On June 4th, 2014, you attended the mandatory incoming student orientation, where you learned how to prepare for the full-time, rigorous, and demanding nursing program. On August 18th, 2014, you entered day 1. Over the past 2 years, you have remained positive, focused, dedicated, and determined to master the RN curriculum. And that brings us to today. Friday, May 20th, 2016, the day we celebrate your completion and graduation from the Cuesta RN program. Each of you have grown intellectually, professionally, and personally. You have completed the required 470 theory hours in the classroom and the 1,053 clinical hours to qualify you to sit for the national licensing exam and be employed as an RN. You have been educated in the art and science of nursing, and along the way have learned how precious and unpredictable life can be. You have earned the trust and been given the approval to be a nurse by myself and the very qualified nursing faculty behind me. As an RN, you will touch and change the lives of every patient you encounter, even during moments when you are unaware. Do this with the knowledge and respect it commands. Practice with caring behaviors. Promote wellness at all times. Demonstrate honesty and integrity in all actions. We welcome you, our community, our families, and our friends to one of the most incredible milestones in each of these soon-to-be RNs' lives. They have earned individual grades in nursing school, but they have not done this alone. Every one of you in this room has helped them. We would like to take a moment to thank you. Without all of you, we would not be graduating these 39 bright, caring, motivated students today. Will the spouses, boyfriends and girlfriends, and significant others please stand? We thank you for giving us your loved ones for the duration of nursing school. They are eager to be able to relax and enjoy the finer things in life with you instead of nursing faculty and textbooks. We thank you. Will the parents and grandparents please stand? We thank you and want you to know that your children and grandchildren appreciate all the love and support you have given them, be it financial, a shoulder to cry on, or someone to say we love you and we are very proud of you for everything you are doing. We thank you. Will the children of these graduates please stand? Your moms and dads can't wait to hug and hold you, walk with you, and have ice cream with you, minus the guilt that they should be studying for another test. We give them back to you, and we thank you. Will the aunts, uncles, cousins, friends, and neighbors please stand? Your relatives and friends are back. They are ready to give you off-the-cuff nursing advice and tell you heartwarming and ill-humored stories of what it takes to be a nurse. We thank you. Will the administration and management from our hospital and healthcare agencies please stand? We are fortunate to live in a community where we receive incredible support. We thank you for the clinical opportunities, financial support, equipment, and supplies that you consistently provide. We very much appreciate and thank you. Will the nurses, nursing assistants, and clinical staff who worked with our nursing students please stand? We couldn't have done this without you. We thank you for your wisdom, guidance, nurturing, and understanding that you have shared. Our goal is to become a nurse just like you. Will Linda Harris, Division Chair, Nursing Faculty, and our Student Success Specialist please stand? I guess it's difficult to hear me when I'm talking to the audience behind me. These faculty are constantly thinking of ways to help you become extraordinary nurses that care and think through every patient care situation that comes your way. Their dedication, commitment, and hard work have brought you here today. They are proud of you. I know you will have days when you think of them and thank them for the education they have given you. Two of our newest faculty members deserve recognition for their own milestones this year. Beth Johnson has taught with us for 4 years and was approved by the College Board of Trustees this spring to receive tenured faculty status. Kip Mills has just completed her first year of teaching with us. She and the class of 2016 will always have that special bond of being her first. There are many other people we need to recognize and thank for getting you here today. Our nursing program specialist, Claudia Faraday, and the 3 other backbones of our nursing office, Sarah Twiselman, Brita Blue, and Kelly Bartell. Adrian Smith, who works in admissions and records and processed your admission applications and pulled together your nursing transcripts to send to the Board of Registered Nursing. Regina Vrend, our nursing counselor. Our dean's assistant, Margie Allred. It goes on and on. Our research department of 2, Ryan Cartnell and Amy LaRue. The computer and IT guys, the physical plant guys, our foundation and private donors. There are many, many others, but I do need to move on. We want to thank you all from the bottom of our hearts. I am now honored to introduce and welcome our academic dean, Dr. Jason Curtis, to the podium.
Well, good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us to celebrate this exciting moment in the lives of this year's nursing program graduates. To begin, I'd like to thank a couple additional people. The following dignitaries who have joined us this morning. I'll ask them each to stand, and please hold your applause until I've had the chance to recognize all of our distinguished guests. From the Cuesta College Administration, Dr. Gil Stork, Superintendent President, Dr. Deb Wolf, Assistant Superintendent, Vice President of Academic Affairs, Sandy McLaughlin, Assistant Superintendent, Vice President of Student Services, Dan Troy, Assistant Superintendent and Vice President of Administrative Services, Dr. John Cascamo, Dean of Workforce and Economic Development, Michael Jacobs, Interim Dean of Arts, Humanities, and Social Sciences, Dr. Maria Escobedo, Executive Dean, North County Campus and South County Centers, Catherine Rietstra, Dean of Student Services. From the Cuesta College Foundation, Bernice and Glenn Carlson. From French Hospital, Bianca Lynn, representing the CEO's office. From Twin Cities Community Hospital, Mark Lisa, CEO, and Joan Fonda, CNO. From Arroyo Grande Hospital, Carrie Now, Melinda Van Veen McLean, Amber Rogers. From Central Coast Home Health and Hospice, Brandy Colombo, Director of Patient Care Services. And from the Department of State Hospitals at Atascadero, Megan Wills, representing the Director's Office. I also want to take a moment personally to recognize the family and friends, as Marcia did, family and friends of the graduates, for all the support that they provided to these students over the past 2 years. So in my brief remarks this morning, I want to say a few words about confidence, starting with the confidence that I, as dean, have in this outstanding group of faculty and staff. The nursing program has two main goals. One, that students have facilitated optimal health for individuals, families, and groups. And two, that students are able to obtain licensure and pursue a career in nursing. Every year, this team, with whom I'm fortunate to share the platform this morning, produces highly skilled and qualified graduates in accordance with the program goals. In particular, I'd like to recognize the excellent work done by our director, Marcia Scott, who has overseen the program gracefully this past year while juggling a number of additional tasks for other programs in nursing and allied health. I'd also like to express my admiration for the work that Linda Harris has done as division chair for the past 2 years. It truly is a pleasure to work with this respected and accomplished group. I also want to express the confidence that we at Cuesta have in our students. How confident are we that these students will be able to obtain licensure and pursue a career? Immensely. The state measures nursing programs in a variety of ways. One of those measures includes employment outcomes. A new analytical tool recently released by the state chancellor's office allows us to look at wage gains for students who complete our program. On average, our students experience a $40,000 increase in their annual salary within 1 year of graduation. Another measure of program success is the pass rate for first-time test takers on the NCLEX. The NCLEX is a standardized test that all nursing students must take and pass in order to be licensed as a registered nurse. Nationally, about 80% of associate degree graduates pass the test on their first try. Cuesta's nursing faculty have set their benchmark at the expectation that 90% will pass on the first try. Now, as dean, it would be irresponsible of me to allow an entire program to be defined by a single measure on a national standardized test, no matter how much we'd like to celebrate it. This program's success is based on much more than that. Besides, I don't want to jinx anything by mentioning our pass rates the last 2 years. And that leads me to the confidence that I want our graduates to have in themselves and take with them as they leave today. A quiet confidence that you are the products of a strong program that has had fantastic outcomes for years. You have all the tools and knowledge needed to pass the NCLEX. And when you start your first position as a registered nurse, there will be even more to learn in those first few months on the floor. But you have the preparation and ability. Be open to the possibility of further education, whether through our new partnership with CSU Monterey Bay that allows our graduates to earn their Bachelor of Science in Nursing locally within 1 year, or another program that fits your needs. And we hope that somewhere down the line, some of you will come back to Cuesta as clinical instructors, full-time faculty, or maybe even director. We are proud to have you as graduates of the Cuesta Nursing Program, and we are confident that you will excel as nurses in our community. Thank you.
At this time, I would like to introduce our faculty speakers. The first speaker will be Linda Harris. Linda has been a nurse for 43 years and a pillar of our nursing program for 18 years. She has taught in both the first and second year of the program and currently serves as division chair. Linda is resigning from her division chair at the end of this academic year and will be going back to teaching full-time in the classroom. She will be missed for her humor, logic, and organization, but her talents will continue with us in her faculty role.
It is my honor to speak to you, nursing class of 2016, representing the nursing faculty. I thought about what I would want most for you as you leave to pursue your career as a registered nurse. After careful consideration, my wish for you is inspiration. You may think that I'm taking this final moment to once again implore you to just breathe. Certainly, you will have many moments as a registered nurse when you will need to remember to breathe. But my wish for you is a different kind of inspiration. Inspiration can be defined as having been intellectually or emotionally moved to action by someone else. I hope you have found instructors here who inspired you, helped you to find your true passion, motivated you to achieve more, and supported you. I am optimistic that you have discovered mentors and role models among us. Sadly, although our imprint on you will remain, with time, your memories of us will fade. The exact details and moments of inspiration will lose footing among the new memories you create during your nursing career. We are honored and grateful for the opportunity to have been a part of your path of discovery and hope that you will remember the Cuesta Nursing Program as the place where you found inspiration. But my desire for you now is inspiration that lives in you and is sustainable over time. I found the words to express this sustainable inspiration from the poet Wisława Szymborska. In her Pulitzer acceptance speech, she reflected on the nature of inspiration. These are some of her words, with one slight edit. There is, there has been, there will always be a certain group of people whom inspiration visits. It's made up of all those who've consciously chosen their calling and do their job with love and imagination. It may include nurses, teachers, gardeners. I could list 100 more professions. Their work becomes one continuous adventure as long as they manage to keep discovering new challenges in it. Difficulties and setbacks never quell their curiosity. A swarm of new questions emerges from every problem they solve. Whatever inspiration is, it's born from a continuous, I don't know. That's the inspiration I wish for you. To never be satisfied or content with what you know. To possess boundless imagination. To be regularly astounded. To look for opportunity in what seems common and decided. I wish for you inspiration that is a constant companion, fed by experience, new knowledge, and those that participate with you in the quest to answer the next and the next and the next, I don't know. Inspiration is what has sustained me over my nursing career that now spans 43 years and still counting. How could I wish for anything less for you? Congratulations on your achievement. And as promised, you're ready.
Our second faculty speaker is Dr. Antonia Torrey, commonly known as Tony. Tony teaches in the first year of the program and has been a nurse for 31 years. She has taught in the nursing program for 15. She is also a Cuesta graduate who has advanced her nursing education through the years from associate degree to doctorate degree. Our college president, Dr. Gil Stork, will be recommending Tony to be our next division chair at the upcoming June Board of Trustees meeting. Tony will bring her talents and vast knowledge of nursing and education to this division chair. roll.
Well, I also want to extend my welcome to the families, the friends, and the supporters of this extraordinary nursing class. Nurse graduates, I am very honored to speak to you on this special occasion. You have gone through an intense academic and professional journey these last 2 years, one that can only be completed through determination, diligence, and a lot of hard work. This ceremony is our rite of passage to recognize your efforts and to acknowledge your readiness to enter the profession of nursing and care for humanity. Simply put, nursing school is where students learn to care for patients. In caring for patients, we are privileged to interact with people at their most vulnerable moments: birth, death, grief, sadness, suffering. I believe that this is the sacred space we occupy as nurses, and that's what I want to talk to you about. And I hope you would permit me to tell you one last story from my nursing career to illustrate this. So one morning I received report on a postpartum patient that I was to care for that day. I learned that since she had delivered a few days earlier, she had been experiencing a severe spinal headache. The doctors had given her blood patches, various medications, nothing had worked. And the hope was that with enough rest and fluids and time, she would get better. I also learned that her husband had taken the new baby home. This was something completely unprecedented in my experience. When I entered her room, it was dark and quiet and had a sour, unwashed smell. I saw my patient lying motionless in bed with her pillow over her eyes. When I spoke to her, she lifted a corner, looked at me bleakly, and told me that she could only tolerate lying completely flat. I assessed her as gently as I could. Really, the only things I found wrong were that she was exhausted, obviously depressed, and with the slightest elevation of her head, she felt excruciating pain and nausea. I think you know what came next. It was clearly time for therapeutic communication. So I pulled up a chair and sat near to her, and I told her that I knew this had to be very hard for her. She began to speak to me of the days since the birth, how she felt that everyone had given up on her, that we were tired of trying to help her, how much she missed her new baby and her other children, that her husband was becoming increasingly worried about her, and that she had begun to feel she would never get well. I was empathetic for all I was worth. I restated and reflected. I wanted her to know she was fully heard. And then I suggested the only other intervention I could think of. I told her that I knew she would feel better if we got her cleaned up. Now, there was no way she could stand for a shower, and a sponge bath was not going to cut it. So I went to the maintenance department and I got 2 big black industrial strength trash bags. Nurses are very good at making do. And I put them underneath her and rolled up the edges to make a rim. Then I gave her a real bath in that bed, using lots of sudsy, warm water. I washed her from head to toe. And by the time we were finished, and I had her in a fresh gown, on clean linen, she was feeling a little better. I'd gotten a smile out of her, and we'd gotten to know each other a little better. So I tucked her in with some pillows, lots of pillows. That's another useful nursing tool. And I left her to rest. She called me a little while later to go to the bathroom, and when I started to give her the bedpan, she said no. She thought she would try to get up and go into the bathroom. Now, she was very rocky on her feet, but she made it there. And when she came back, she said maybe she would try sitting up for a little bit. When her husband came later that morning, he found his wife sitting in a chair, smiling radiantly, her headache completely gone. She was discharged home to her family a short while later. So what do you think? Was it just a sheer coincidence of timing that she recovered that morning? I will tell you that she and her husband were convinced that that bath had worked a miracle. So I don't know about miraculous baths, but what I do know is this: being with our patients fully when they experience illness, listening to them and attending to them with respect. These are the simple, basic acts of nursing that embody the power and profound essence of what we do. Class of 2016, the time has come for you to go out into the world and begin your own nursing careers. I know that you will continue to inspire us with your intellect and your worthiness. Remember always that compassionate care is the heart of nursing, and the power of care is in your hands. Thank you.
Representing the class of 2016 as their student speakers is Scott Gunn and Danielle Costello. Our first class speaker is Scott Gunn.
Thank you to everyone here to celebrate our graduation with our class today. I'd like to show special appreciation first and foremost to God. I know I wouldn't be here without His love, mercy, and grace. I want to thank my brothers, Sean and Sherwin, and my dad for their love and support. I want to thank and congratulate my girlfriend, Julia, who graduates tomorrow from Fresno State. I want to recognize our instructors, both in class and clinical, my preceptors, Leanne, Cindy, and Corey, and the hospital staff and administrations for allowing us to hone our skills in the clinical setting. It's like you had us there for a reason, teaching us the ins and outs of your respective hospitals because one day you might want us to work there alongside of you. Call me crazy, but it was a good plan. Now it's time to follow through and hire us. Seriously, I wanted to highlight someone very special to me. She's been an inspiration since day one, and probably the biggest reason I ever even applied for the RN program. And I told her I'd wear her hat today when I could. It doesn't fit very well because I don't have hair. Her name was Claire Gunn, and she was my mom. She inspired me by being an RN herself for 20 plus years, raising 3 boys, being full of life and love, and for battling cancer for 16 years before going up to heaven in 2008. She was my daily inspiration while writing care plans at 2 a.m., waking up at 4 a.m. and driving from Lompoc every day to Cuesta and the various hospitals I was able to work at. She always said I should have been a nurse, but it took me 5 years at UCLA, failed applications to different career paths, and my own pride to get me to where she wanted me to be today. Though my mom has been my biggest inspiration, I can honestly say that interacting with my classmates and in the hospital has been awe-inspiring every day, and has helped push me to get to where we are today. I was inspired by the mothers and fathers who had to sacrifice their family time to study. I've been inspired by my classmates who had to take care of sick family members, which took away from time invested in school. I was inspired by those who were pregnant and had children while in nursing school. I was inspired by classmates who sacrificed distance away from their family and loved ones for 2 years, even family in another part of the world. I was inspired by those who persevered past heartbreak while in school, and am so excited for those who got engaged and married while in nursing school. I will continue to be awe-inspired by having the privilege and the ability to see the continuum of life unfold before my eyes as a nurse. I cried at my first birth. You can ask Tony Torrey. I held the hand of a cancer patient while thinking of my mother's struggle with this illness. I rejoiced when a patient in the acute care rehab center regained some function in his arms after a stroke, was terrified at a code crimson in the ER, and said a prayer after someone expired in the bed next to my patient. It is only after analyzing all of these events and more can I honestly say that I'm anxious and excited to continue to find hope in times of struggle, strength from brother and sister nurses and staff that work around me, and wisdom to trust my nursing judgment. I want to be able to end my career as a nurse saying that it was never about the money I earned, the advancement or recognition I received, or the legacy I left at each facility I worked in, but that I did it for a higher calling, for the love and respect of the patients, and for hope in myself as a caregiver, to have given the people I cared for a better respect for the gift of life. Thank you.
Our second class speaker is Daniel Costello.
Well, there's really no following that. Absolutely not. No matter what I say or how hard I try, it's over with. Good job, Scott. Really appreciate you, and you really inspired us. You were there for us every single day, picking us up. You were always the positive person, and that meant a lot to us as a class because we could look to you when things were tough, and we always knew Scott had our back, and he was happy. All right, so now on to mine. Don't hold me up to his standards, please. So if someone asked me to describe nursing school today in one sentence, you know what I'd say? I'd say it's the most fun you'll never want to have again. So on that note, let's give it up to our faculty for allowing us to have that much fun. But then keeping us in check when we really needed it. So first I want to start by thanking everyone for coming out. Without your love and support, we would not be here today. And most people just say that to be nice, but we really, really, really mean it. Marcia told us from day one not to be afraid to utilize our resources, i.e. our families. And she was definitely right about that. Without you guys, there's no way we would be standing here or sitting or even standing, period. So thank you for that. I know without my family personally, I probably would have developed early onset Alzheimer's and wandered off after the first semester. So thanks for keeping tabs on me, honey. We appreciate that. So, which leads me to my point. We may have had to suffer through what seemed like riding a unicycle through hell in high heels, but it's our families that kept those wheels greased. So thank you guys. We really appreciate it. There's an old African proverb that goes, if you want to go somewhere fast, go by yourself. But if you want to go far, go with others. So thanks for being there. Thanks for supporting us. Now to my fellow classmates. Hey, we did it. Started from the bottom. We made it. I'm just kidding. You guys still have to pass the test, so don't get too excited. But seriously, who can tell me what this is? That's right, Jesse. It's the book. This is where we started from. This is the handbook that we got at orientation. which stated everything down to the T, even to how long your nails can be, which I always had issues with, but I'm not going to go into that. So this is where we started from, and who would have thought that we know all the things that we sort of know now? Don't tell anybody that. We really do know it. Ask Linda. Let's just say that things were a little awkward at first. Orientation was a little weird. We were filling each other out. But really, that's nothing compared to our first day in long-term care. Right? Yeah, yeah. Let's just say that I was absolutely amazed that I was able to keep my whites actually white. Yeah, so good job, guys, for doing that. But seriously, there were the tough times, the oh my God, I just kind of puked in my mouth times, and the downright terrifying days. But enough about Beth's class. Let's focus on the good times. Like placing your first Foley calf. You remember that? I know you do. Come on. Well, maybe not that time. What about your first successful Foley calf placement? Yeah? That was a lot better, right? Until I tried to high-five my nurse. She was not having that. Let's just say I learned something about bedside manner that day. Anyway, it's the little victories like that help carry us through the tough times. Like the late-night study sessions, having to miss family events because you needed to memorize all 12 cranial nerves, the side effects of 157 different classes of medications, and write 7 care plans, all while thinking what you had to make for dinner for your entire family. But then it hits you. This isn't even your house. These aren't even your kids. Well, at least let's hope they were kind enough to let you stay for dinner. Hashtag nursing life. So you see where I'm going through with this? We went through some stuff, like crazy action hero stuff, most of which I cannot repeat on this stage, and honestly, some of which I really wish I could unsee, but it's not going to happen. But hey, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, right? And I'm going to go out on a limb and say that we're much stronger today than the first day we started. And when it's all said and done, and the dust is finally settled, we did it. We're here. We're about to be real-life nurses. No more pretend nursing. We're in the big leagues. So it's time to pull up your pants, get ready to go, and let's rock and roll. And the good news about it, no more white pants, guys. Aren't you stoked about that? Right? Yeah. So now it's up to us. It's on our shoulders to take care of our patients, to be their advocate, to look out for them, and to catch a neuro patient if they're decompensating, as evidenced by one new blown pupil. Right, man? No pressure or anything. But you know what the cool part about that is? Well, obviously nothing for the patient, except that they're one of our patients. And ain't nobody going to decompensate on our shift. That's for sure. You know why? Because we're graduates of Cuesta College School of Nursing, which makes us prepared. We have an elite set of skills. I know you've heard that a few times. Skills that are capable of anything and everything, whether it's changing dressings, taking the first set of vital signs on a newborn baby, or hanging a unit of blood for an anemic patient in end-stage renal failure. Or even, like Scott said, holding the hand of a patient while they were diagnosed with cancer and saying a prayer. But we can and we will do it. We possess these skills and many, many more. Now be confident knowing that you're pretty much a superhero in semi-professional PJs. Don't forget that. So go confidently into the night, or the night shift, rather, and do what we do best, change the world, one patient at a time. Thank you.
The class of 2016 has created a slideshow as a meaningful memory of their 2 years in the nursing program. We invite you to sit back and experience a small portion of what it takes in the classroom and clinical setting to become a nurse.
Rising up, back on the street. Did my time, took my chances. Went the distance, now I'm back on my feet. Just a man and his will to survive. So many times it happens too fast. You trade your passion for glory. Don't lose your grip on the dreams of the past. You must fight just to keep them alive. It's deep eye of the tiger, it's the thrill of the fight. Rising up to the challenge of our rival. And the last known survivor stalks his prey in the night. And he's watching us all with the eye of the tiger. Face to face, out in the heat, hanging tough, staying hungry. They stack the odds till we take to the street for the kill, with the skill to survive. It's deep eye of the tiger, it's the thrill of the fight. Rising up to the challenge of our rival, and the last known survivor. I've been roaming around, always looking down at all I see. Painted faces fill the places I can't reach. You know that I could use somebody. You know that I could use somebody. Someone like you and all you know and how you speak. Countless lovers under cover of the street. You know that I could use somebody. You know that I could use somebody. Someone like you. Hold on to me as we go, as we roll down this unfamiliar road. And although this wave is stringing us along, just know you're not alone. 'Cause I'm gonna make this place your home. Settle down, it'll all be clear. Don't pay no mind to the demons, they fill you with fear. The trouble, it might drag you down. You get lost, you can always be found. Know you're not alone. pushing me around, but I'll stand my ground, and I won't back down. Hey, baby, there ain't no easy way out. Hey, I will stand my ground, and I won't back down. Hey, baby, there ain't no easy way out. Hey, I won't back down. Hey, baby, there ain't no easy way out. Hey, I will stand my ground, and I won't back down. No, I won't back down.
Started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom, now my whole team here. Started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom, now the whole team here. Started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom, now my whole team in. Started from the bottom, now we're here.
Today, each graduate will walk proudly across the stage and receive a white satin nursing stole and a nursing pin. The white satin stole with green embroidery elegantly displays RN, class of 2016, on the left sash, accompanied by the name Cuesta College on the right. White is traditionally known as a universal symbol that characterizes humanity, knowledge, comfort, hygiene, and caring that infuses the work and spirit of nursing. Presenting graduates with a pin is a time-honored tradition that signifies the student's official passage into the nursing profession. The history of pinning can be traced back to the Crusades of the 12th century, when knights and monks who tended to the injured and sick were given a cross. And to Florence Nightingale, who is considered the founder of nursing, who was awarded a Red Cross in recognition for her service to injured soldiers during the Crimean War. As we get ready to present the graduating class with their white satin sashes and nursing pins, please know that this is a photo opportunity for you, and we welcome you to quietly come and line in front of the stage to take a picture of your nursing student. The class will receive their stole and pin in alphabetical order, so you can anticipate when they'll be coming forward. Once your graduate has walked across the stage, kindly return to your seat and make room for the next paparazzi to come in. Donning the white satin stoles will be faculty members Beth Johnson and Monica Millard. Calling names will be faculty member Rick Staley. And placing the nursing pin on the student's stole will be Kif Mills. Faculty members will now present the nursing class of 2016 with their nursing stoles and pins.
Marta Aliaga. Marina Bartholomew. Caitlin Bell. Muir Black. Joshua Brand. Katie Cordson. Deanna Doherty. Tiffany Delaney. Angelina Diaz. Hillary Elgin. Sarah Ferrante. Joy Friesen. Martha Fuerte. Daniel Furlong. Daniel Costello. Amanda Goldstein. Scott Gunn.
Today, each graduate will walk proudly across the stage and receive a white satin nursing stole and a nursing pin. The white satin stole with green embroidery elegantly displays RN, class of 2016, on the left sash, accompanied by the name Cuesta College on the right. White is traditionally known as a universal symbol that characterizes humanity, knowledge, comfort, hygiene, and caring that infuses the work and spirit of nursing. Presenting graduates with a pin is a time-honored tradition that signifies the student's official passage into the nursing profession. The history of pinning can be traced back to the Crusades of the 12th century, when knights and monks who tended to the injured and sick were given a cross. And to Florence Nightingale, who is considered the founder of nursing, who was awarded a Red Cross in recognition for her service to injured soldiers during the Crimean War. As we get ready to present the graduating class with their white satin sashes and nursing pins, please know that this is a photo opportunity for you, and we welcome you to quietly come and line in front of the stage to take a picture of your nursing student. The class will receive their stole and pin in alphabetical order, so you can anticipate when they'll be coming forward. Once your graduate has walked across the stage, kindly return to your seat and make room for the next paparazzi to come in. Donning the white satin stoles will be faculty members Beth Johnson and Monica Millard. Calling names will be faculty member Rick Staley. And placing the nursing pin on the student's stole will be Kif Mills. Faculty members will now present the nursing class of 2016 with their nursing stoles and pins.
Marta Aliaga. Marina Bartholomew. Caitlin Bell. Muir Black. Joshua Brand. Katie Cordson. Deanna Doherty. Tiffany Delaney. Angelina Diaz. Hillary Elgin. Sarah Ferrante. Joy Friesen. Martha Fuerte. Daniel Furlong. Daniel Costello. Amanda Goldstein. Scott Gunn. Joanne Halverson. Heather Harris. Shannon Henriksen. Anna Ho. Ashley Julian. Megan Lapierre. Samantha Linser. Stephanie Mangrabang. Lisa Mansfield. Sharon Marshall Barton. Barbara Meyer. Catherine Mueller. Marina Nikolakakis. Jesse Norris. Melissa Penner. April Size. Shelley Sassenberg. Talitha Stewart. Chrissy Stone. Marissa Tompkins. Amanda Young. Kristen Zybura.
We are rapidly approaching the time when we release these student nurses into the nursing profession. We would like to do this in a manner that honors and includes our nursing community. We ask that all the nurses here today come forward and make a pathway for these nursing students to walk through as they exit, transforming them from the world of nursing to graduate nurse and the newest members of our profession. So will the nurses in the community come down and form a pathway along each side of the white chairs for the graduates to exit through? No, along the outside. So yeah, face each other so that you form a tunnel for them to exit through. Okay. Everybody in place? Nursing class of 2016, please stand and face forward for a moment. To look at your nursing faculty and thank them one last time from the eyes of a nursing student. The nursing faculty and I would like to say this to you. It has been our pleasure to watch you learn and accomplish things which you once thought were impossible. You have gained assertiveness and confidence to perform one of the most noble professions in the world, nursing. We are proud of you and welcome you to our profession. The faculty will now place themselves at the front of the pathway you will exit through to symbolize your bridge from student nurse to nursing community. You are entering a profession where coworkers become family. You will develop unshakable trust and friendships that will last a lifetime with your fellow nurses. Embrace this. Now, class of 2016, turn and face the audience. I am proud and honored to present you the Cuesta College Nursing Class of 2016. Class dismissed.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here. You can take a break. I'm a hot air balloon that could go to space. With the air, like I don't care, baby, by the way. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel